Good morning, it's MJ with Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping by the Roost this beautiful Sunday morning. It is May 19th. Had to think about that one for a second. I know yesterday I got the day wrong. Anyway, today is May 19th, and this is a general reading for the collective. And I've already shuffled quite a bit this morning, and we'll see what we have going on here with these crows. So the first card I'm going to pull is the Foundation card. This is the energy that set us up for where we are today. This is the energy that if you trace back a current situation or an obstacle you're facing, or perhaps a great time you're experiencing, you can look at this energy as serving as its root. Oops. Interesting. We have Judgment. Our current situation, we have the Six of Swords. And this next card is the card that is the advice card. This is the energy that when the crows go out through the veil, they come back with this information. And this is information that they feel will best help our situation. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get started, shall we? The first card we have here, is Judgment. And this is a card of letting go of the past. So this was a transformation that occurred at some point in your life. This may have been, 3 years ago. It may have been in your teen years where you learned how to, accept your life as it is and move forward. And now you're in this long journey of enlightenment. It may also have happened yesterday where something just clicked and you're like, you know what, that's right, I am not my history. My history does not define me. It is part of my story and I own it, but it doesn't tell my future. So this is acknowledging perhaps, the lessons of the past, learning, assessing, where you are in this moment, and taking with you into the future the parts of you that are positive, the parts of you that help expand your potential, not the parts that hold you back. So when you think of this Judgment card sitting here, think about a time in your life where you really made a significant shift in your life, where, it doesn't mean that this is the end all, it doesn't mean that this was so monumental that your life will not change again. It just means another aspect. This is a phase. So you've moved out of one phase and now into another. And it's like you're on this ladder towards growth. And so here you are, you've cleared another stage, you're rising up, and you encounter a journey. And so with this Six of Swords sitting here, there is some regret. There is regret in and perhaps what you had to let go with Judgment, perhaps when you went through this moment of, reviewing your life, or, clarifying your position, or seeing, yourself from a place of being whole spiritually and physically. There were some regrets that you held. And I don't know anybody on this planet who doesn't hold a regret here and there. Oh my God, you can go back in life and go like, oh, geez, if I only did this, or if I didn't move, or if I didn't do this or that. You can't go back and beat yourself up, is all I'm saying. So here you may have some regrets, but they're a small price to pay. These are just little tail feathers from this crow. Because what we have over here is this cherry blossom, and it's blooming, and it's a new opportunity. So this is a long journey. It is not a journey that's going to be like, today I decided I'm going to be awake and enlightened, and then I've reached that path of it, I've reached complete enlightenment. That doesn't happen. Here you're on this new path, and it is going to be beautiful and blossoming, and you'll see the little snowflakes here that are falling. It may be cleansing. Sometimes the snow can be cleansing, but it's clearing up. And so any haze that you may have had in the past, life will start feeling clearer. You'll start getting a sense of, what's right for you, You know, sometimes we let other people's opinions or beliefs create a haze around us. And so here, this is where that's clearing up. And although the water is a little choppy, it's okay because you will make it through. You're pointed in the right direction. So, interestingly here, we have this cherry blossom expanding over to the Three of Pentacles. And you see how it kind of starts to bloom here and then it becomes bigger. Well, this Three of Pentacles is about tapping into your, your inventor, that person inside of you that sees the world not for what it is. It's like, this is somebody who sees the world from a place of resources. There are just resources abound for you. There are little things in life that you can use to construct something bigger. So here, the story of this crow is that it wanted to reach these cherries that were hanging low on this branch, and it knew that if it could do that, it would eat, and so that would expand its life a little bit. It would make life a little bit better for it. It would be more fulfilled. And so here, this crow saw these coins that were laying down and figured out a way to construct them in a way to create a little step. So he could, or she could eat the cherries. So she's got this little wreath around her head of cherry blossoms. And I did that because I just thought of it like, aren't you so good? Aren't you so clever? Like a little halo, And so here, in doing that, she's teaching, or he's teaching, other crows how to use their resources. So in this place of you moving from enlightenment or into a space where you're on the path to enlightenment, you are on this journey that will benefit from you looking at your situation from a different angle, or from a different, it's not like the Hanged Man where you're forced to look at your situation from a different angle, where you're stuck, where you're, you're in limbo. You're in action right now. This is a time of action. And so now is a time to actively, look around you and pull things into your vision, pull things into your situation that will benefit you. So however it is that you need to be an inventor, whatever that looks like for you, you may need to come up with a new action plan for a job that you want. It's like, this is like, how can you go about doing that? You have to think about how the mind of an inventor works. It's like they look at things as every situation, not necessarily for the problem, but how to solve the problem. So this is a moment for you to be a problem solver. It's like, this is one giant puzzle and you've got to put all the pieces together, or you need to figure out what the common denominator is, or you've got to, fill in the blanks somehow. But whatever it is, however this looks for you, this is where you are going to go ahead and it's going to be successful. But the key is to think like a problem solver, think like an inventor. And I kind of feel like that was very similar with yesterday. So like yesterday we had that King of Wands, and that's an entrepreneur. That's somebody who is who takes life, takes life in its hands, and takes risks, and is somebody who is not afraid to put themselves out there. So here, very similarly, is that you need to be a problem solver, and you need to trial and error. Like, if this doesn't work, move on to something else. If that's not working, go on to something else. You're on this journey whether you like it or not. You've already reached a point in your life where you're far better off than you were before this moment. Like, you understand yourself so much more. This is like somebody who, when you when you become like self-actualized and you're like, yeah, I can do this. Or, just because my parents believe this doesn't mean I need to believe this. When you have that like aha moment, these moments of clarity, and you can move ahead, that, my loves, that's where it becomes golden. And this journey that you're on is one of a promise and hope, and there's so much potential for you. Yes, we all have regrets in life. Don't let those hold you back. Don't let those be the anchor that sinks this journey. So this here is something that you may need to resolve. This may be what the Three of Pentacles is asking you to resolve. Whatever this regret is, figure out how to let it go. If you're struggling with moving forward because you're tied to this, this has to be removed somehow. Whatever this is, or not removed, but you just have to accept it like you did here with Judgment. This also has to be let go. See, we have these little tail feathers here in Judgment as well. So here's this kind of comes through here. So yes, you have regrets. Yes, there's something that you had to leave behind. But in leaving behind, you're rising up, you're moving ahead. This is a time for you to see your life as one that you are in complete control of. You are the creator. You know, you're the one who decides what pieces go where in your life, right? You're the one who constructs your future. So think a little bit more creatively, perhaps, if you haven't, and you know, if it suits your situation, you know, it's like, you know, take some time to really like analyze it and see all the components. How do they all fit together? And yeah, it's like, because this is a great journey and you are going in the right direction. You are firm in your decision to move ahead. The sword that is down in the water indicates that despite these regrets, you are moving forward with confidence. You know, you could not avoid whatever obstacle it was or whatever issue that was holding you back. You had to face it, and you did, and you rose up. So whatever this was in the past, let it go. You know, as that obnoxious song that I feel like I've heard way too much in my life, having a little girl, let it go. Just let it go. I shouldn't say obnoxious. We loved it the first 100 times we heard it. But just like that, let it go. But you have to figure out how to let it go, and how you can do that with ease and with a way that nourishes your heart, with a way that makes you feel confident in where you're moving towards. So, you know, if you just let it go and be like, all right, well, I'm not thinking about that anymore, it's not going to serve you. You have to come up with a way. You have to problem solve this one and figure out how you can let this go so that you can move forward. So anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will check back with you tomorrow. Peace and bye for now. Much love. Bye.